Oh, hi there. I didn't see you. I was doing some cleaning the other day, and I was not disposing, I was put an old dresser out for somebody to take. And in the dresser, there was a few things left, and one of them was a journaling binder that I used to keep. I was much more dedicated about journaling at one point than I am now. Not that I dismiss it, I just don't really have the time to do it leisurely. But in there was something that I saw, and this was like, these are always just trigger points for me. What I would usually do is I would start with a word. If I didn't have a topic that I wanted to write about or something on my mind, I'd start with a word and see where it goes. And this was from, I don't know if you can see that well, September 20th, 2005. And so I thought what I would do is just do something kind of off the cuff-ish with it, because it seems like a very important message for me to hear now. It's like, the message to yourself, if you could speak to yourself in the future. And these 3 pages here, I think it's 3. Yeah, 3 and a bit. These 3 pages here really sum it up for me. And it plays right into the line of what I've been trying to accomplish with creativetrain.ca as well. And so I just want to read it. It's inspirational. It's motivational. It doesn't necessarily even have to apply to creative endeavor or anything like that. It's about finding worth in yourself. This was a year before I released my first solo album. I was probably still getting things put together as far as, arrangements of songs and stuff at this point. So we're very off the cuff here. I'm running over a cable. So I wanted to keep it casual and laid back. I'm not going to do a lot of really fancy editing or anything like that. I just want to read it for you. It goes like this. Dreams, dream and vision. From dream and vision form. From dream and vision come dream and vision. It's a vehicle through which love can be expressed. A vehicle through which hope is delivered. A vehicle which in turn has dream and vision is the central factor, the core of the matter, the transducer of light and focus. Dream and vision, when cultivated and communicated via this vehicle, will turn and inspire others to dream, to vision, to seek with the expectancy to find, to endure with the promise of fuel in return, and to understand that we are all vehicles capable of creating those things we dream, making real those things we vision, and visioning those things we wish to make real. Dance the dance of the eternal. Sing the song of the earth. Raise your hands and without hesitation proclaim who you are. Ride the waves of the ocean. Shine with the light of the sun. Open your mind, open your heart, and know who and that you are. To capture, or rather to weave into song those innermost meditations, to shape into image and visions, these are the noblest of tasks of the artist. And I think that paragraph was mostly applying to me finding confidence in myself, because I was in a very long-term relationship at that point, and things were starting to break down a little bit. I did another topic of toxicity. You can read that on the podcast. For with the sustain of a critical note at the apex of a melody, the listener is rapt and completely focused. Insert your truest message. Make into sound that which moves you to love, honor, and respect, and create. In other words, plant your deepest thoughts into those moments. Your thoughts at this time will be of your purest intentions, your hands crafting something into sound, something rising, a rising of the mind and the body and the soul. Every ear which hears that, every heart that beats will join in the special vibration of rightness, as an otherwise invisible presence begins to fill full and enlighten even the most coarse among you. It can be done, and you will make it done. Take from your mind, heart, and soul those things which give you comfort, those things which inspire you for long balanced momentum and right being. All those things are put into a form of your own divine expression. Some will come to know that which you are. Some will damn you, some will praise you. Either way, it's your job as a creator. It's your pleasured endeavor to show to the world that special light within you. In the mind, in the heart and soul of you is a pulse, a beckoning. Allow this pulse to become the pulse of your day-to-day expression. When that happens, a new rightness will pervade. An exciting sense of balance and fruition will be your ever-present state. Too many serve only their most basic and instinctive desires. Too many are satisfied with really too little. However, let it most certainly be understood that this, although the norm, must change. For when deaf ears are opened by truly inspired song, and closed eyes are cleared by the light of emerging and engaging image, then they will know. They will know that they are witnessing and experiencing something which has been created by touching a part of one's truest self, the purest light, a part of the truest self that expresses, a part which knows no shortcut, no compromise or misdirection. Touch that part. Come to know that part, and make that part the all of you. All that you create will resonate with that rightness. All that you render will remind every person of their own purest light. Whether they've known it or experienced it consciously in this life frame, they will be inspired to seek and understand and fulfill this new calling that you have excited in them. So many words, so very many. Essence and inspiration are always so elusive to a mindset that demands systematic dissolution of every construct, real or imagined. Seek not to be able to define rightness to the suspicion of another. Rather, endeavor to convey rightness by the quality and rightness of your own actions. Do not attempt to constrict by words the verbal intent of your creations, but let them speak for themselves. They will find their way to the right ears and hearts. Trust in this. There is so little time to worry yourself about the infallibility of your actions to the ever-present checklists and validations that you will inevitably have to encounter and endure. Do what you do best. Do it with the purest of intentions. Do it guided by the truth of your own being. With an eye to the future, create. With an ear to the heartbeat of the earth, create. Open to the bounty of the universe. Open to the deepest wells of inspiration. Open to receive your blessings. Open, be open, and all will come. These ideas are not new to your thoughts. These ideas are not new to your heart. But now is the time to live by that reasoning. Now is the time to be that which you have held silent inside of you until now. Release to the flow, release to the world, and you will be all of that and more. The time for passivity is gone. The time for your constant inner sanctuary to be your only source of expression is gone. This is the time to move outward, live and express. This is the time to rise, not to hide. Let it out. Let it out. All the things you have held inside, Create and let them out. Resist yourself no longer. Open, open, open. That was interesting for me to read because I'm also a victim of the self-doubt monster, the imposter syndrome from time to time. And I think at that point in my evolution as a musical artist, I wasn't too much into any stained glass at that point yet. But my evolution as a musical artist was under the thumb of a co-producer, and I had very little say in what I got to do. So I think that inner part of me needed to remind me that I do have, potential. I do have skill. I do have ability. And the underlying thing from there that I took from it is whenever I'm creating anything, whether I'm, even writing my phone number on a business card or something for somebody, I try to do it in a way that's going to leave an impression. When I cook, they say I cook with love, and it's like, yeah, if you put that energy, your energy, into the things that you create, that ultimately end up being either consumed as food or consumed as art, visual art, music art, whatever, that vibration that you put in there, I believe, becomes part of the energy of the piece. And people that are drawn to it will be drawn to it. And people that are repelled by it, that's fine. That's fine. Don't let that be a factor in how you assess your worthiness as an artist, as a creator. Some people will get it, and some people won't. And that's not your worry. You create with the best and purest of intentions, and people will find it. People will get it. I wish there was less obstacles, in some ways. But, it's the enduring factor. If you endure, chances are you're going to succeed. And the measure of your success is completely up to you. I am blessed that I've not had to really have a 9-to-5 job. A couple times over the last 35 years, I've been able to make it doing music and music lessons and glass art, and now with this online coaching thing that I'm doing with creativetrain.ca. I'm blessed, and I am so grateful for everyone who's helped me along the way and supported me. These are the fruits of my labors behind me. My tools. I have a house. I have a wonderful wife. I have a dog, kids, grandkids. I don't need any more. And I've been able to do all that by keeping focused and really, not to sound callous, but I don't care if people like my stuff. I do it because I need to do it, and I know that somebody out there will probably benefit from it somehow. And that's not a statement in arrogance. That's made, that everybody likes music, and maybe my music will resonate with somebody. And I've received messages from people that tell me that, they've really enjoyed pieces of music. And for a guy like me who doesn't really make a living off of selling music anymore, those words are all the currency I need. I sold all of my CDs from Isolation Dreams, which I was really happy with. Yeah. So anyways, think about that. What is on your mind when you're creating? What is in your heart when you're creating? Where do your ideas come from? Who are you looking to please? Who are you trying to please? What is your target audience? All those things are money-making questions first. Ask yourself, why do you create? Before you go to do something, if you have an idea, why do you create? Do you think the product will sell, or do you think that creating this thing will give you an immense feeling of personal satisfaction? Those are two very important questions that you have to ask. And really, if you can find a balance between the two by selling your stuff and being satisfied with it, man, you have done really, really well for yourself. So let me know what you think. I'd love to have a conversation about this. And we'll, I'm going to post this to my Creative Train website. And I'm also going to post it on YouTube as well. I'm not going to do it as a podcast because then it ends up as 2 episodes because I'd want to do it with and without video. So it's just going to stay with video. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. Bye-bye.